Guys, drawing in your sketchbooks is so worth it. Seriously. I don't know why it's taken me so long to discover the joy of drawing in a physical sketchbook, but I'm glad I finally did because it's actually so fun. See, I used to draw in a sketchbook many years ago when I first started getting into art. I would try to draw anything I saw while I was on the train or the bus to university or just sitting around, but I never found it particularly fun because, well, it was a little embarrassing. And I was just desperate to practice at the time. But that was many years ago, and since then I've only drawn digitally. However, for the past month or two, I've noticed that my line quality has gone a lot worse. Like, it's really fucking ugly. And I thought it was because of my posture, which definitely played a part. But I realize now that drawing digitally, at least on my iPad, was creating some really bad habits. So recently, I've been forcing myself to draw in my sketchbook. And right away, I noticed that my line quality and line confidence has just been so much better. But most importantly, I've been having way more fun. And I think there's a few reasons why. First, I think it's because there's no convenient undo command. So I actually have to use my brain and be intentional. Second, there's no opacity slider or layers. So I have to figure out the structure of whatever it is I'm drawing, at least with a light pencil, so that I don't screw myself later when I'm inking the details. You also just can't zoom in with a sketchbook. So I can't hyperfixate on details unless I'm like literally bringing my eyeball closer to the page, I guess. But even then, because it's a sketchbook, I can only think in the context of the page. So I'm always drawing and thinking of the big picture. Also, drawing with my pencil at an angle like this is so satisfying. I don't know why. And finally, because it's my sketchbook, there's zero pressure at all, which is probably why I'm having so much fun. I'm not giving a shit about the quote-unquote mistakes, because once I ink it, I can't do anything about it, and that's totally fine. So yeah, drawing your sketchbook, it's a lot of fun. And I wish I started sooner, but I'm here now. And yeah, I always hear and see how the pros, they talk about how they bring their sketchbooks everywhere so they can draw anytime, anywhere, when they take a shit, when they go eat lunch, when they're at the park. And maybe that's a little hardcore for me, but I kind of get it now. So if you have a sketchbook, I recommend trying to draw in it more. I think you might be as surprised as I was at how much the limitations of a sketchbook help you grow as an artist, and yeah, just how much fun it is. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.